Hey guys, got a question on YouTube from a guy about protein bars, okay? And he specifically said store bought, so I guess I can't cheat and say, to make your own, which may be an option for some people. So first of all, let me just go ahead and just say protein bars are rubbish, okay? Too many carbs if you're low carb, too much fat if you're low fat. If you're trying to do something like the anaerobics diet or the pure protein diet or PSMF, where you're um, eating like pure protein and just adding in the fat, as you need it, okay, it's you're certainly not going to find the macronutrient ratios you're looking for, okay. Not just that, but the protein, the carbs, the fat that they do have are the lowest quality. They're rubbish. Okay, first of all. Okay. Um, there was even a bar that was popular in the 90s. They called it the Pure Protein Bar, I think. And, there were exposés in magazines like it's full of fat. So, like I said, you're not going to find the ratios that you're looking for, and the ingredients are going to be crap, like some kind of cheap milk protein or whatever. You're not going to find what you're looking for. Now, let me say, however, something. I did have a good experience once with protein bars. Okay, and what it was is I was dieting really hard. I was really depleted. I really needed a refeed. I was trying to push the refeed off for a couple of days. And then at some point, I'm like, this is not working. I was like dying. Okay, no energy, hungry. Just really needed more food that I was taking in. And like I said, the refeed wasn't going to happen. Even if I push it off to the next day, I needed something right now. So what I did is I went to a gas station and I got two Quest bars, okay? And I woke up the next day and I had actually lost like 2 pounds, okay? It's not because of the fat burning effect, okay, of Quest bars that I lost those 2 pounds. What it was is basically like for me, okay, as you guys know my diets, to be in like such a deficit that I'm like really, really, really depleted and can't even make it to which I pushed off too long. I should have done a refeed earlier. That was my fault. But, I pushed it too hard. But for me to be in such a deficit, I mean, I think at the time I was like at like a 900 calorie a day deficit and still working out and still doing my cardio, still doing my karate, still working hard and at a 900 calorie a day deficit, okay? So if I had two Quest bars, and I remember they were 200 calories each, that is 400 calories total. So even though I cheated on my diet, okay, I had a 500 calorie deficit that day instead of a 900 calorie. Oh my God, it's only a 500 calorie deficit, okay? Instead of like every day it was 9 up to that point, okay? So that's why I, was actually able to like, even lose weight, even though I actually cheated on my diet, because as you know, it's not like you lose weight, at the same time. It's just like, stay for a day or two and then you lose like a pound or two and then you stay and then you lose a pound or two. So my problem, however, and also let me just say that this is actually the way that Quest bars were supposed to be used, okay? According to Tom Bilyeu or whoever, one of the three people who came up with the Quest bar company, he was saying in an interview, now that he's off doing self-help and motivation and stuff, he said something along the lines of, if you call up the Quest headquarters and ask how to lose weight, we're going to tell you that you should have, you should eat chicken and rice and da-da-da-da-da. But if you have to, okay, the idea behind the Quest bar was apparently like if somebody has to have a tasty treat like a cookie or, a piece of cake or a candy bar, it's better to have a 200 calorie Quest bar that has some kind of protein and whatever in it than it is to have an actual bag of cookies or an actual candy bar, okay? So, like I said, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world, okay? Like I said, I cheated on my diet, had two Quest bars, I was still 500 calories under my maintenance. Problem that I have with things like Quest bars is people who are still in the not being honest, not being accountable, lying to themselves stage of dieting, okay, are going to use it like fat girls use diet soda. Like, oh, I had a diet soda, so now I can afford calorically to have the pastry and the ice cream at the end of my Happy Meal. And I can have a supersized Happy Meal because I'm not getting in any calories because I'm taking the diet soda. So they end up taking in more calories, okay, because they're drinking diet soda than if they were drinking normal soda. And it's the same thing here, like, well, instead of having like a 400 or a 600 or an 800 whatever calorie candy bar, you're going to have a 200 calorie Quest bar. But then you're like, oh, it's a Quest bar, it's healthy, it's got protein, it's got very few calories. So instead of having one bar, you're having like 3 or 4. So instead of having a 400 calorie candy bar or a 6, I don't even know how many calories are in a candy bar, but instead of 4, 6, 800 calories in a candy bar, you're having like 3 or 4 Quest bars because they're healthy. Okay, so now all of a sudden you're taking in, instead of 400 calories, you're taking in like 6. Instead of 600 calories, you're taking in 8 or 1,000 calories. Okay, so you're actually taking in more calories because you're having this healthy, low-calorie Quest bar because, hey, it's healthy. I can have a million of them instead of just one candy bar. Okay, so once again, that is a, people go through this phase, okay, where they're like, oh, well, I mowed the lawn, so I deserve to have a pizza today. I burned a lot of calories mowing the lawn. Oh, I had a diet soda, I had a Quest bar, so now I can afford to go ahead and splurge and live a little bit, okay? That phase of dieting before they're like realize they have to hold themselves accountable. Okay, so now the question is, what do you do, okay, on the road when you don't have any food? First of all, it should never happen, okay? I mean, like if you're on a diet like the steak and eggs diet, first of all, on the steak and eggs diet, if you're trying to lose weight, you should only be eating 2 meals a day. So there's not like, I need to eat right now, okay? And you shouldn't be starving on the steak and eggs diet. So there's no need for like, I need to eat right now. But if you do, for some reason, need to eat the steak and eggs diet, just pull over to any diner 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In America, there's no place in the world where there's not a diner opened up. Okay, go to Death Valley. There's one in Barstow, California. I guarantee you that's open 24 hours a day. Okay, and just go in there and have, a plate of eggs, have some meat, whatever you want. Okay. People, what do I do in a fast food restaurant? Don't go into the fast food restaurant. They have shit food there, okay? One time when I was on the anaerobics diet 2.0, okay, I remember I was with my mother and her boyfriend at the time, and I had just met their boyfriends. I come meet my boyfriend. So I went out to meet him, them, whatever, and we went shooting because how is he going to bond with an ex-soldier other than going shooting? So for some reason, I didn't have food. I don't know why, okay? First of all, if you're on a diet and you have to have food every few hours and you have to have a certain kind of food, take the shit in Tupperware, okay? Just grow the fuck up, be accountable, and take shit in Tupperware. And I have no idea why I did not have food with me on that day. Maybe it was like an unplanned thing, like I met with them and they're like, hey, let's go shooting. And I just ended up taking longer than I thought. But even then, I usually have reserved food with me. So I was supposed to have chicken and almonds, and I remember what I did is I was like, oh my God, it's getting time to eat, what am I gonna do? And I told the guy, like, pull over at that supermarket. So he just pulls over, we go to the supermarket, I got 2 cans of tuna and a bag of almonds and like some plastic forks, okay? 2 cans of tuna, 50 grams of protein, pure protein, so it was actually purer protein than if I had eaten chicken. Okay, 200 grams of chicken, 2 cans of tuna, about 50 grams of protein. And I just counted out 28 almonds. Yes, I have that OCD, that anal retentive, that I actually counted the almonds I ate. So approximately 28 grams of almonds and 2 cans of tuna. That was the exact fat and everything that I would have eaten if I had chicken and almonds, okay? Like I said, don't go to a fast food place. Don't ask me questions. What do you eat in a restaurant? You don't. Grow the fuck up. Be accountable to yourself. You go into a supermarket though. You've got nuts if you need fat. You've got tuna if you need pure protein. Sometimes you can get certain kind of deli meats. Okay, look on the labels to make sure they don't have any extra added sugar or whatever. Which can actually be pretty pure protein. Okay, very low carbs, very low fat. If you're looking for standard keto, get cheese. Okay, like I think mozzarella is like pretty much pure fat. Eat it with some deli meat. Sometimes you're going for like normal keto, standard keto, where you have higher more fat in your diet. There's no reason why you can't get like a lot of times they'll have bacon. Okay, like pre-cooked bacon that you can buy. Sometimes you could get like, some kind of a hot dog or something. Make sure there are no, they don't go crazy with the carbs. But you can probably get some kind of some kind of a hot dog or something like that with low carbs, with decent fat, decent protein in it. None of this is optional. Always take your stuff with you in a Tupperware if you have to eat at certain times. Okay, that's what I always do. If you follow me on Instagram at Anaerobics, which you should be doing, you'll see in my stories that I'm constantly, like, on the weekends, I'm with my girlfriend. We're at the TPC golf tournament. We're at St. Augustine, Florida. It's one of our favorite places to go walk. I was just busted. We were at Savannah, Georgia in the rain, okay, last weekend. And, I just busted out the Tupperware, just, ate my chicken and my almonds. Like, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's called accountability. It's called not making excuses. It's called not being a fucking bitch. So that's like the bottom line. But, like I said, so far as the question, definitely don't screw with protein bars bought from a store. It's a trap, okay? At best, it's not the kind of food you want in terms of macronutrient ratios, and the sources are crap. And also, another thing is, like I said, it's a trap that a lot of people fall into, where they're like, well, I could eat 10 of these because they're healthy. And next thing you know, you've blown your diet because you've eaten, quote, healthy food. You might as well have had just fucking one candy bar. You're probably taking in less calories. All right, guys, keep the questions coming. Follow me on Instagram so you'll be able to see me eating chicken out of a Tupperware in the rain in Savannah, Georgia, and cool shit like that. And aside from that, keep the questions coming. I answer as many comments as I can. I put videos out answering some of your questions if they're like this, and I can actually make a good video out of it. And see you guys in the next video.